South China Sea is once again a flashpoint. The latest incident between China and the Philippines is a stark reminder of the volatile situation in this strategically vital waterway. Both countries are asserting their claims, raising the stakes in a region already fraught with tension. The incident near Scarborough Shoal, a traditional fishing ground claimed by both nations, has brought simmering tensions back to the boil. This latest episode is not an isolated incident. It reflects a broader pattern of Chinese assertiveness in the region. China's expansive maritime claims, often backed by its Coast Guard and maritime militia, have fueled friction with neighboring countries. The Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan all have competing claims in the South China Sea. The recent confrontation underscores the importance of the South China Sea as a geopolitical flashpoint. The waterway is a critical artery for global trade, estimated to carry trillions of dollars worth of goods annually. It is also rich in natural resources, including oil and gas reserves. The stakes are high, and the potential for miscalculation is real. The incident at Scarborough Shoal occurred on April 14, 2025, approximately 36 nautical miles off the shoal. A Chinese Coast Guard vessel maneuvered dangerously close to a Philippine Coast Guard vessel. The Philippines accused the Chinese vessel of violating international maritime regulations and jeopardizing the safety of its crew. Manila claimed the Chinese vessel had deliberately cut across the bow of the Philippine ship, forcing it to take evasive action to avoid a collision. China rejected the Philippine account, accusing the Philippine vessel of making a dangerous approach and attempting to manufacture a false collision. Beijing insisted its Coast Guard had acted professionally and in accordance with the law. It further claimed that the Philippine vessel had intruded into Chinese waters and ignored warnings to leave the area. The Scarborough Shoal incident was followed by another encounter near Taiwan the following day. A Philippine Coast Guard aircraft spotted a Chinese research vessel operating within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone without authorization. The Philippine aircraft challenged the Chinese vessel, but it did not respond. Manila protested the Chinese vessel's presence, asserting its sovereign rights within its EEZ. The South China Sea is a cauldron of geopolitical competition. China's expansive 9-line claim encompasses nearly the entire sea, overlapping with the exclusive economic zones of several Southeast Asian nations. Beijing asserts historical sovereignty over the region, citing ancient maps and maritime expeditions. However, these claims are disputed by other countries and have been rejected by international tribunals. The Philippines, a U.S. treaty ally, has emerged as a vocal critic of China's maritime assertiveness. Manila has challenged China's claims in international courts and has sought to bolster its defense capabilities with U.S. support. The United States has conducted freedom of navigation operations and has provided military assistance to the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries. The South China Sea dispute is not just about territorial claims and maritime boundaries. It is also a reflection of the shifting balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region. China's rise as a global power has emboldened its actions in its neighborhood. The United States, seeking to maintain its regional presence, is committed to upholding a rules-based international order. The recent incidents in the South China Sea have implications that extend far beyond the region. They raise fundamental questions about freedom of navigation, international law, and the peaceful resolution of disputes. The outcome of this maritime standoff will have profound consequences for the future of the Asia-Pacific region and the international order. The risk of miscalculation and escalation remains a serious concern. Accidents at sea, whether intentional or not, could quickly spiral out of control. The presence of maritime security forces from multiple countries operating in close proximity increases the likelihood of misunderstandings and unintended consequences. The international community has a vested interest in promoting dialogue and cooperation in the South China Sea. A peaceful resolution of the dispute is essential for regional stability and global security. The alternative, a descent into conflict, would be catastrophic for all involved. The stakes are high, and the need for diplomacy and restraint has never been greater.